Welcome to the Peak. I mean, the literal peak, one of the highest points on Hong Kong Island, and a well-known tourist destination that now features a shopping mall and multiple luxury real estate developments. You can get here via bus or car, or if you want to take the more scenic route, via the Peak Tram, which has been around since 1888 and has a bit of an interesting history. See, the Peak isn't exactly the most accessible or the most prime real estate to build on. It's extremely steep, it's hard to get to, which begs the question, why did people build these houses here, and why has the Peak Tram been around so long? More importantly, who built it to begin with? To answer this question, we have to go back to 1842, which is the year that the Treaty of Nanking was signed, which marks the beginning of the British colonial rule of Hong Kong. This is a map of the Special Administrative Region of Hong Kong as it exists now. This is the border that separates Hong Kong from mainland China. The British did at one point have colonial rule over this entire area, but when the Treaty of Nanking was signed, it only applied to Hong Kong Island, which is right here. Right here is the Peak. Hong Kong Island was the first area under British rule, and it's also where the British started building summer homes. And as the British started building and moving into their vacation residencies, they also started instituting segregation. Here's Billy Tang from the Society of Hong Kong History explaining how these divisions took shape.
呢一條街之所以重要咧，就係我哋分界嘅第一條街道，就係咁樣嚟去分咗一個無形嘅界線。喺荷里活道以下嘅地方係中國人活動嘅，係上邊咧就係夜晚歐洲人佢哋居住嘅地方。
In terms of areas above on Hong Kong Island, the Peak definitely qualifies, and it was favored by the British because of its temperate climate compared to the rest of Hong Kong Island. The temperate climate and beautiful panoramic views of the Peak were so coveted by the British that they were building homes there before the Peak Tram existed. When Sir Richard Macdonald, the 6th governor of Hong Kong, had his summer residence built on the Peak in 1968, he was still getting there via sedan chair, which was the preferred mode of transportation for most British vacationers. Actually, this stop where me and my friend hopped onto the Peak Tram still had a plaque dedicated to Richard Macdonald. Anyway, this is just food for thought, and really good context if you're planning to explore the Peak and the neighborhoods surrounding the Peak Tram. I recommend getting to the Peak around an hour or an hour and a half before sunset, and to take the 5-minute walk from where the Peak Tram drops you off to Lugard Falls. I also really recommend Peak Pizza, which is one of the best slices of pizza in Hong Kong. Before you go up to the Peak, I recommend giving yourself at least an hour to look around the Hong Kong Zoological and Botanical Gardens, which are right at the base of the Peak Tram. They have a bunch of really cool animals you can check out. They have flamingos, monkeys, my favorites were the otters, which were so cute. There's also a greenhouse with an absolutely magnificent orchid tower, which is really just like a feat of gardening and was a beauty to behold in person. So yeah, I really recommend checking out the Peak because it's beautiful and it offers a full panoramic view of Hong Kong, and it also has really interesting insights into a really absurd colonial history. Also, the pizza is really that good.